324K, and I'm live. I've been live before, but this time I'm live for commentary, not for gaming. So this is gonna be a commentary portion of the video, pretty much. Um, so what we're doing today, so like literally 24 hours or so ago, a video came out about, well, NewJeans posted a video, or actually did a live on a brand new YouTube channel that they created, talking about like something important. It's important stuff. I'm gonna say it's important because it's important to them. So I'm not gonna say it's not important. It's important to them. Um, Basically like how they felt about like the whole mini gym thing, the new CEO, like how the company's going in another direction that they're not used to. And it's another issue, which I will get into. Okay, so first things first, they introduce themselves in the video, and the technically one of them looks like Meijin. Looks like it's styled by Meijin, like literally from head to toe. She look like, I think Daniela looks like she's sporting a lot of Meijin style type wear. Um, it's kind of cool. Like I say, it's not cool. It's cool. Um, so let's get. Oh, sorry. So that's how the video starts, and they introduce themselves as who they are, and like go by one, and they start talking about like how it took them the strength to do this. Like, yeah, they're brave. Yes, they're brave to do this. Very brave. But I don't think I've been this brave as they are. They're they got balls. I will say that for sure. Um, and they started off talking about like, yeah, they took them a long time to do. They had to get everything together, figure what they're doing, and also one of the girls made a statement saying that they can't say much because I'm thinking this is gonna be a court case for them because the way it's set up in the video, it's leaning towards, it looks like they're ready to go to battle with the hybe. And they say they have a lot of demands towards hype in the video as well, which I don't think is good for them. But let's, before we jump that far ahead, let's just get to the parts that lead up to the demands. Okay, so um so the first part is that they talk about how they don't feel like they're safe inside Hive, or that they don't think Hive would keep them safe. They talked about the data breach that happened like when they first came out. Um, as a team or a group. I'm like, it happened so long ago. And yeah, I get it that it messed with them a lot, but Hive took care of it as best as it could with the leak. And I think they even did some other stuff that fixed the leak as well. You know, it's, what can I do? Like, they did their best, and I feel bad for the girls, and like I know it's like, I guess to them it still haunts them, which I feel bad, but at the same time it's like it's been fixed, it's over and done with. Like, bygones be bygones. Like, it has to be in the past. You can't keep holding on to it. If you keep holding on to stuff like that, it will eat you alive inside. Trust me, I know from experience. Like, stuff, you have to let stuff go. You have to let some stuff go because it relieves you. But beyond that part, so that's one thing they mentioned. They mentioned another incident that happened where I feel bad for Henny. This probably shouldn't have never happened to her, but the manager should have not have treated her that way. Even though it wasn't her manager, it was another manager involved in the company. They shouldn't have done that to her. But I've heard rumors that Minnie Hinjin kept it that way on purpose, where she didn't want no one associating with her members. No one can go buy NewJeans. No one can talk to them. They even had their own separate app away from other hype artists. When Weverse is basically what Hybe made for all their artists to interact. Even they were allowed to go on there, but Minnie and Jen said no. So to me, it's like a double standard type of thing. It's like Minnie and Jen made it for to the part where it's like she didn't want no one near you guys, but at the same time, you want the interaction. But when it kind, it's like one of those things. Like, it's just one of the things, like, you want something, but then you don't want it. It's like you want your cake but can't, and you want it too. So Minajin made sure that those girls were just kept to themselves, basically, because are in isolation. Because I've never seen them interact with any other group besides aespa, and aespa's outside of their company. I've never seen them interact with any of the group except for BTS. BTS is the only one that interacted with, but that was only for publicity stunt. I would say that's because publicity stunt, and we have to use them, or not to use them, but have them be called BTS little sisters so they can get their start, right? And it worked for them, and a lot of armies went to listen to their music, support them. Yeah, so that's the only one they had interaction with, but they didn't have a lot of interaction with. They only had like minimum interaction with, like, for like some when they needed, like, when they wanted to have some things done, they would go to them and all that type of stuff. Like, I think I remember they did. If I remember correctly, if not, you can correct me in the comments gently, gently, not so crazy, gently. That they would have them do like little sponsorships with them, not sponsorships, but like, you know how they do those little challenges, like do some things like that with them to promote, promotional stuff, have them promote with them, which it was cool. It was amazing. And why wouldn't you want BTS to promote with you? They're the number one in the world. I mean, number one in well, actually, they're more than K-pop now. But they before it was they in the K-pop industry that you would go, yes, you would go. They would be the ones you want to be like, hey, let's do a collab. Hey, let's do this with me. You would go to them because they have worldwide notoriety. Notoriety. I can't pronounce my words. I'm sorry. Anyways, they had notoriety across the globe, right? So it's like you can't say that. So for this one, I don't think they can say like no one won. It's one of those things, like it's half and half. It's like cheesiness and nothing, but also means it was also part of that problem. Why they couldn't associate with other groups. I mean, it's like I said, it's one of those things. It's a gray area, from what I understand. But he was wrong, but also Min Jin was wrong. So two wrongs don't make a right. So yeah, so two wrongs do not make a right. So he was wrong, she was wrong. I'm not defending no one here. They're equally wrong in what they did to these people, what they did to these girls. Because it's both adults treating girls, young people, this way, and it's not okay at all. So that's one point that I would say. And then another thing they talked about was how they brought all their issues and concerns to the new CEO, but they said they felt like the CEO didn't listen to them. But I'm like, did you get? I mean, they said they felt like it wasn't getting to where they were being heard, or they felt like they can trust. Like, but trust has to be built. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. That took some time. So when you have a new CEO that you're not working with every day, like you were meeting with your CEO Min, it's different because she has to make sure she's running the company as best as she can, and she will take care of. She will say what you tell her, what you're telling her. She will probably try her best to handle it within her given time. But I don't think in what is going on in this video and what was being said that they gave her enough time to handle the situation properly. I don't think they did give her enough time to figure out what's going on. That way, the people who did this thing, did what they did, got the punishment they deserved, or like a reprimanded, or something like that. You know, I don't think they had enough time to be like, okay, like let's see what's going on, like da 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 da, right? But they started calling like on saying like, well, we feel like we're not being that they don't shouldn't think we're liars. Like, okay, yeah, it's one of the girls said that they feel like they're being told they were lying, but I don't think they're lying. I think this is what happened to her. This is true, and that the guy or the manager should apologize for what he said, and they should be reprimanded. I don't know how I don't know how they would reprimand him, but they should. Um, so no, that's a no. But then they had demands for hybe to bring Manager back. They said, and there's another talking piece that they put in that they said too. That honestly, it's kind of weird that they said it because Mini Hyunjin only said it, and they what they did is not rebuttal, but reset the same thing she said. Basically, you can't have a producer and manager in separate positions as being one position, like one person do both positions. Like, but that's not true. I've seen or what I heard and like what works in the music industry is that you have separate people do separate things. So when you have a producer, their focus is mainly just producing music, whatever that producer's focus is. They focus on that, right? That's their focus. Then you have managers focus on the financial aspects of like your tour dates, your schedulings, your all this other stuff. Make sure you in the financials, like make sure your financial issues, like make sure you're getting fed, make sure everything's paid for, all this and that. That's a different separate entity from being producer. So for them both in one spirit, it doesn't make it. It's too much for one person. You know, how does she get anything done with like having just her do everything like that? I mean, she got it done perfectly well, I guess, from the success they've had so far. But I think there's nothing wrong with having trying out different producers because, like, if anything, you'll be doing dealing with different producers in the future. If you think of it, like, you would be because all the artists that in America, they don't have one producer producing all their songs or all their albums. They go and get different producers for each different album or sometimes even different songs. They have different producers. You know, that's just how it works because like you just don't have one person producing your album. You have like multiple people producing your album and it's just not one person. It's like multiple people and also you don't work with the same person with the same album because sometimes it doesn't work. Like a perfect example, Pink had did an album with a singer songwriter. I forgot her name, but it was very famous. She was a very famous singer back in the day, and so she had to write a song. She had to and make an album about like a really serious album about like her feelings and everything. It went really good. She used her again for another album. It didn't go as well. It didn't go as good as the first album did. So it makes sense to use different producers for different things because it gives you a different it gives you your creative juices flowing to where you need to go. So right there, I think that's where they don't understand that part yet because people in the music industry work with different producers all the time and it they really do. How many people like if you look at American artists, how many producers have they used on different songs or different albums or have they add to their albums to give another flavor to it with the producer they already been working with for many years or yeah. So it's called like it's called a co-op or cooperation of like creative minds coming together just trying to get one album done. So it makes sense for them to have more than one producer come in into the album and into your studio and help you produce some more music, maybe better than your last album, because that's the point of songs is you're better than your last album, right? So for them when they said you can't separate management and producer, you definitely can. It has worked. It's a known working process, so there's nothing wrong with that. So that one I don't agree with because it does work. And also they demanded for Hybe to bring back Mini Jin, and that's not gonna happen because she has done too much stuff to Hybe, and she has too much lawsuits against her, and I don't think, and that's they need to get rid of her because she is not the person to be there for them, or not for them, just in the company in general. Just be for the company in general. She's made big mistakes that she needs to repent for. She really does. Um, but it's funny how these girls don't see that. I mean, they're so heavily relying on her, and it's kind of scary to be honest. Like they're so like Minhyun in this. Like they feel like they don't have a person. Honestly, how they talk, they feel like they don't have a personality without her there. It's like, but you do have individual personalities. It's like just let them shine through. It's like you haven't had the chance to be who you are really. You just say, "Oh, well, me and Heejin was like, without her, we're not NewJeans." But it's like you made NewJeans because you guys are NewJeans. You are the group NewJeans, and you all have your own individuality. Like you said, this took guts for you to do. Like, okay, that's you guys doing this. I hope it's you guys putting your effort on doing this yourselves, and not someone behind the scenes like orchestrating something for if you're like telling you guys to do this. Like I hope to God that's not the case. I hope to God that you guys are doing this out of your own free will. That you're doing this because you want to do this, not because you're being told to do it or that you should do it. This should be your own decision. Like, I just hope to God this, I just pray to God that it is your decision and nothing more. And that's all I'm gonna say, really, because I just hope that's what's going on. Like, I really hope that's all that's going on. That's it. And but yeah, they are also demanding hype to. Well, yeah, they are. That's not gonna work out because, like I said, they're just gonna head to down a disaster, and I think this is gonna lead to a big fight of dismantling their own contracts with Hybe. I think they're gonna have to pay that money back because they would have to prove with a lot of evidence that they're being mistreated by Hybe and Adore, or just Hybe or Adore in just general. But I don't know if they can prove it because they have gotten more privileges from understand than other groups at Hive. They have the highest privileges in Hive. Even Min Hee Jin was the highest paid in Hive as a CEO, from what I understand. Like, you were getting paid as high as Ban Shi Hong, but you're up there. Min Hee Jin was up there above all the other CEOs that was there. Like, they were the high. He's just the highest paid employee of Hive. It's kind of like, so she got special privilege. They had got special privilege. It's like you can't say you didn't get preferential treatment because you have nice ass apartments which you all individually live in. Unless like something, you know you have your own apartments that's really pretty overlooking a very nice view from my understanding. And from what was shown on TV, I guess one time you guys showcased your apartments to, I think, you just won't. Which, if you don't know who that is, he is basically one of the MC, like one of the major MCs in Korea. Like, he does a lot of shows and MCs, all of them, basically. Um, but yeah, you showcase like your living, your houses, and it's amazing where you guys live. Like, I can't, who in their first year gets a house like that, coming from like a first year idol, K-pop idol? No one. No first idol year K-pop idol had the privilege of getting that type of house and living situation. You guys were lucky. Like, I don't think it's gonna be hard to prove that they didn't have that they were mistreated. They didn't have anything they didn't want. And honestly, I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying that you guys get through this safely. That you guys don't disband. But if you feel like you have to leave Hybe, it's okay. You can leave Hybe. That's fine. Just like Minnie Jane could just leave Hybe too. She just should have did it proper way and not like the evil way that she was trying to do. Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.